Welcome back to State of Decay 2, Nightmare Zone, Season 3, Episode 4. You are back in the Republic of Fox. Yes, this is the People's Republic of Fox. You had a suggestion that, in the Parliament that we're supposed to screen people's skills, but I must remind people that we do not vote. It's all just for show. It's like the deep state. There's no voting done in reality. There's no parliament. We have our council, and the council shares their thoughts in the form of quote-unquote votes, but in this dictatorship, we don't have votes. So, no shout-outs today. That means we get to talk about the agenda, which is nice, because I am much more capable of communicating when I'm not actually playing the game. Playing the game draws a great deal of my brain power, and I sound extremely... When I hear the replays, I sound so monotonous when I'm concentrating, but I think I'm onto something with the Nightmare Zone, and I'm glad I didn't jump the gun, because there was some pressure to have me make Nightmare Guide videos sooner rather than later. But the more legacies I go through, the more comfortable I get with the Nightmare Zone, and I get better ideas that I would not have been able to explain if I had rushed into it. I don't know when I want to make Nightmare Guide videos, but we definitely will get around to doing that because I think I'm on to a pretty good strategy here. So, let's get to someone who isn't tired. What is your infection level, Xavier? Minimal. So we're going to be playing as Dum Dum. And you're not going to use the mace. The Crusher seems to have regenerated due to our Red Talon repair majiggin thing. Can't even think of it. Get some fuel. So here's what we need to do. We need to deliver some medicine to these guys.
I appreciate that.
And we also need to get fuel. Those are the two things we need to do. And I also want to... I think I want to uncover the rest of the map so that we can plan our Plague Art strikes better. Knowledge is power. I'm the fox. I'm not like not the bear or the dragon. I'm not a brute force type of person. I fight through cunning, through stratagem. So what we want to do is, one thing I was thinking about in between the episodes is that, wait, what am I doing? I need to bring the meds. That would be a pain to go all that way and not have the meds. Check the back. Oh, we do have some meds right here. We could probably upgrade something. Yeah, so let's upgrade the garden to level 3. And put these in the back, into the base. Maybe I should just refuel it now. So what I was thinking was, the communities change what they sell each day. And as a result, there is a possibility that they will not be selling the fuel rucksacks that they were selling last time. So we need to basically just make sure that... We need to not leave it up to chance and make sure we get some fuel.
You have a chance to head on home. You've got a visitor.
Of course, someone is visiting as soon as I'm leaving. But he'll just have to wait. I don't know if I can cross through this. Looks kind of rocky to me, so let's just drive along the road. It's not really that far anyways. That was the zombie that broke the camel's back, and then we run into a few more of them. Fortunately, I don't think we're doing poorly on repair kits. I think I just wanted to get ran over. He was running for it.
Hang on, you're welcome to come in.
Oh, blew him away.
for taking care of that.
Okay, so Boon
Gone
Traders.
for too long.
Catch you in a bit.
Are they going to move up to ally status? Yes, they
Hello
are.
there.
What do you say to a bit of bartering?
All right.
Good to see
So yes, they changed. They are not selling the fuel rucksacks anymore. So I correctly remembered that. We don't need any of that stuff. Well,
What's going on, hun?
I'm looking to do
do
some
we want
trading.
materials? I think we're okay on materials. I mean, we're not okay on materials, but we're not... I don't want to use up trunk space. Like, we want to grab a whole bunch of fuel. Okay, let's try to designate something that has fuel. And maybe some ammo as well. Makeshift fueling pump, fueling station, whatever it's called. I remember on one of our reconnaissance passes, we revealed a whole bunch of gas stations and makeshift fuel pumps, etc.
Anyone listening? We've
That's
got
a rock.
goods to trade.
We have a trader over there. Got 30 minutes to get to him though, so not a big deal. Fortunately, once a community reaches the maximum alliance level, they tend to kind of go quiet and they don't ask for too much after that, so giving them the medicine, not too big of a deal, especially for as high quality of the stuff that they offer. Alright, this is looking promising. Like, both of these could potentially have a fuel rucksack.
Maybe we can trade this.
Or energy drinks. Every time I get an energy drink in a place that I would expect to get gasoline, I'm always reminded about that news story about that old man who was selling people his homemade energy drinks, and he was adding in gasoline and meth, and he also peed inside of them too.
That's a lot of stuff.
They found out about him, if you're wondering, like, how did that wind up? The people who were drinking it were starting to get internal bleeding in their digestive tract. And so, I don't remember how it got reported. I don't know how the revelation of bleeding in the digestive tract resulted in the exposure of this guy who was selling his homemade energy drinks, but that's what happened. He eventually got arrested, and when he got arrested, that's when he also confessed that he had urinated inside each of them. Oh, he also said, why did he put meth inside of them? He said to get them addicted so that they would come back. Just your, you know, your everyday independent kind of business. You know, nothing going on here. Just your urine, meth, gasoline-laced energy drinks. So that guy was clearly not there earlier. Like, I think that's a good example of the game. Just, hey, you know, let's just spawn some enemies in. How about that? I wonder if I can shoot right over there and get his attention. Or he probably doesn't hear it because he's a giant oaf. Okay, he's got his back turned, so we should be able to just get in. Drive away. Now, no reason to loot it as thoroughly as we could have, and we got like a juggernaut literally just, hey, I'm just gonna appear here now. It's fine. Let's get the rest of these materials, actually. I know I just said that I didn't want to use up my trunk space, but I don't want to come back here again. I don't want to come back just to get to this little, like, cul-de-sac of incomplete buildings. I just want to get in here and finish the job.
I need to stake a claim on this place. Pronto.
I think we need to install that mod as well. I don't think we installed the... Now that I think about it... Oh no, we did install it. Oh, I need to mute my... computer so that we don't get some sound bleeding in.
I feel like passing out.
Put that in. Let's see if this last one gives us the double rucksacks of materials. If we can locate them. Oh, there's a wooden crate. This could have a ruck in it. It's a wooden crate. Pretty optimistic about it. Pipe wrench. Scraps for a decent amount of materials, so... Not another rucksack. Maybe it's in the... on the outside of the building? Oh, we just overlooked it somehow. Gotta look a little harder. It could be like a really small container. Where are you? This is where scouting would come into play. Is it under here? Oh, here it is. This could also have a rucksack. Also optimistic about this.
No reason to keep
There we
searching.
go. And Dum Dum gets to 5 stars. Let's drop our scrap stuff off. Get a little bit of running in as well. Where is the locker? Dropping it off. Okay, off we go. There is the 10,000 gallon hat, the giant water tower designed to look like a hat. Kind of a interesting thing that they have in the game, just because, I guess. Military outpost could have fuel. Let's hit that one next. Also could have guns. Maybe we'll get a World War II gun. Still haven't gotten one yet. Oh, it's like a encampment or like a fire base or something. Those guys should leash, so I'm not too worried about it.
Should really enjoy the peace and quiet while I can.
Oh, it is a fire base. It has the option for artillery strikes.
Big fat nothing.
Oh, here we go. Giant crate with the mysterious logo on it. That's always a optimistic. Give me some good ammo.
Far with all this.
The M14 DMR. DMR stands for Designated Marksman Rifle. Echo X2. Frags are welcome. Let's not pick those up immediately. We don't know if we actually need that. We are filling up on everything except fuel, so I'm kind of doing the opposite of what I said I wanted to do, but I'm getting distracted. This could have fuel. It did. I thought this was something. Oh, it's that tank of fuel inside of it. Parts.
This looks like a waste of time.
Oh gosh, we're completely full. Where could that last one be? Is there like a watchtower we can climb up? Sometimes they're over there. Anything in here? Oh, these really large areas can be a pain. Is this another one? Oh man, it's another one. Come on, give me something good. Okay. Not what I was expecting to get, but what can you do? Well, we're basically full on stuff, so we need to head back. Which direction should I use to head back? Could have swore we had some buildings we didn't reveal. Feels pretty similar, honestly. Like, this might be marginally slower. What it feels like either way is approximately the same. This gas will hold us over, but it's not going to... It's not going to get the job done because we need the gasoline both for the vehicle and we also need the gasoline for the bloater plague cloud bombs. Which is the weapon we're going to be falling back on for once the ammunition for the pyro launcher begins to run dry. Which it should already be running dry. We might have enough ammo for one more plague art. Let's take this road. Fortunately, we repaired the vehicle, so not too worried about a periodic impact. Oh man, a bunch of ferals getting mad. This could be a bloody fight, considering that it's a whole bunch of ferals. And knowing that our allies are really not too good. Oh, I got a lucky hit. Oh god, need to eat. Eat, eat, eat.
No.
Okay, where did they go? Oh god, gotta eat. Of course, my allies are not helpful at all. Let's dump this off so that we can take a heavy pain, get a different weapon out, something that shoots a bit faster. Okay. Thank you, team, for, I guess, distracting them, because I know your accuracy is not reliable. Let's just reload this gun before we put it in.
Hey out there. I found a good outpost site, but it's occupied. I figured you'd still want to know.
Good work. Outposts are always worth looking into. I'll check it out soon.
That's a lot of stuff.
I don't know why Xavier would appraise me of such an issue. Of course, everyone is injured now, so now it kind of doesn't matter who we pick. Except I believe Xavier is going to be getting tired anyway, so we'll probably just play as Ladislaw.
On my way.
Much appreciated.
I have no interest in actually doing that mission, so... Where is the vehicle at? It's right over here. Gasoline, how are you doing on ammo? We can put both, we can put pretty much all of this in. Oh, maybe we couldn't put it all in. We're 1 ammo over, so let's just go ahead and do that. Puts us just below again. Probably could have made pipe bombs. That probably would have been a better choice, but it's not too big of a deal. We're not going to miss 2 ammunition in the long run. Why does my nose itch? I scratched my nose.
Really glad I found you guys.
So yeah, we've got 46 rounds, which is enough to destroy 1.5 plague guards, I would say. I had a suggestion to actually build a crossbow. I wish it told us which crossbow we would get. I can't remember if this is the one with the light bolts or not. I think this is the one with the light bolts, but I'll probably have to log into my other file to double check because I don't want to waste a ton of resources on something I wind up not wanting. Let's use the crummy painkillers. I see they generated a juggernaut for us, but our fuel is looking okay-ish. So I think it's actually time to go on a reconnaissance mission. Actually, I need to get a different weapon. I'm not going to use this tire iron. Survey car. Let's use 2 gas cans. Change out our weapon. We have a Cleo mace available, and it's a little bit damaged, but it's still in pretty good shape. Nice. Maximum backpacking. That's 61 stamina. Very nice. What's our fuel at right now? We could drive a little further. So what do we need to do? Let's check the buildings. I know there were a few that we missed. I think they were around here. Yeah, we missed these ones. So how do we want to do this? We could go... Okay, so we haven't revealed any of them or any of these. So we could go get those, swing over here like this, and then maybe... And we have... Okay, we have revealed those. So we can start here, sweep across through there, go all the way around like this. Maybe we do the mission, maybe we don't. That's a building here, that's a building here, then we can cut through there. Seems like a good idea to me. Maybe we should bring a 3rd gasoline tank just to be safe. Make sure we got it. And maybe I should also bring a repair kit just in case something silly happens.
Like we're seeing more and more infestations around here.
Make sure it added. I don't completely trust this, so it's like this crazy warp it into the vehicle mumbo jumbo. That building got reinfested. Like, we destroyed the infestation in that building. But it got... I can't believe I just ran into that. Okay. And once we reveal the entire map, we'll know where all the plague arts are, and then we can plan accordingly. start doing some real damage. Well, assuming our ordinance permits it. We did pick up some hand grenades, though, and we picked up some Willy Pete grenades from some of the other plague guards. We do have that plague guard I haven't looted yet, but it can wait. Like, I'm not in a hurry to loot it.
Yep. When a plan is right, it's right.
Eric's still adding weapons in that we can scrap. We got a rebar blade earlier, which is actually a good weapon.
Anybody listening out there? I can use a hand.
Keep going. Survey car. Man, you always want one of these in your map. Survey car. Very good vehicle. Especially in Nightmare Zone, where it can be kind of a pain in the ass to get out of the vehicle and manually scout just because the zombies are so sensitive to sounds. Let's look for a quiet area to kind of just get out. Right here-ish looks fine. Wow, that went over his head. I'm too high. Okay. Eke a little bit of fuel out of it.
Strength is how you gain security, but wisdom is how you keep it. If you want your community to thrive, you need teachers.
Is that even like a thing in the game? Teachers? I mean, unless he means it just like metaphorically, like the characters that are really experienced leading the community, but... Or is that maybe that's a line referring to some content that was not implemented? Maybe teaching was going to be a skill, or maybe it's a hidden skill that I can't remember. Or maybe he's just speaking thematically. Either way, I have no idea what he's talking about. So we know that we just need to continue driving down this road for a while until we get to town, then we can check our map again. Look at all these gas stations. It's almost like they know that Drucker County is like really taxing on fuel, so they added a bunch of gas stations in order to try and compensate for it. Or maybe it's not even almost. Maybe they just intentionally did it that way. Okay, good. There were no plague guards there. Let's get away from that screamer and then chart a new course. Which is going to be over here. Do we want to go this way? Yes, we do. There's probably going to still be that one plague guard that just evades detection, that one that just... it's out in some area that you didn't notice. Hopefully we don't have that, though. Hopefully we are able to just reveal everything. Make sure that we are not missing anything along the way. Although I think we've been through here. One of the things I was talking about earlier was that I'm getting a better idea of how to play the Nightmare Zone. And one of the things that I'm getting this really big idea is that when you play a game, one of the things they're looking for are what I call the stress points on the game. And the stress points are basically the limitations in the game design where a human intelligence is capable of recognizing it and then taking advantage of that limitation within the game. Dang, that's a third plague guard, so this area is ripe for a plague guard strike. And one of those limitations in State of Decay appears to be that if you travel a lot, like you don't loot in the same area all the time, you're just moving around the map frequently, it seems like the game is not capable of keeping up with the spawns of the freaks. Like the density of the freaks gets spread out. Like if you've noticed it, like we haven't had that much freak density, and a lot of that I believe has to do with constantly driving all over the map, getting resources in a variety of areas, not doing all of our work in one specific place. So it looks like we have a lone plague guard here. There's always going to be a few stragglers, not much you can do about that. I didn't bring enough equipment to do that mission, especially with the plague art next to it, so we're just, once again, just going to continue ignoring that.
Okay.
Another plague guard, so that one's not alone. They're close enough to each other to capture both of them in a single dose of, or a single application of scent block. Okay, this is our next stop. I'm hoping to find an area that's really peaceful, not just to refuel, but I also just want to, you know, have a moment to actually check the map, because I don't want to have to sweep through the area multiple times. Not only is that a waste of time, it's also a waste of gas. Right here is pretty peaceful. 3 zombies here, we can deal with that.
Time for you to die.
Okay. So first thing, let's crouch. And let's make sure we're not missing anything. So I'm pretty sure this is the only area left we have to reveal. Oh, we found somebody. This group is sitting on some prime real estate. Like, are they really? I don't know if I would agree with that. Make sure we haven't missed anything. See, this is what we're talking about. Look, that jug is still there, but now it doesn't matter that he's there. He's harmless because he's just in an area that's completely unimportant. They spawned him in to try to interfere with us, but ultimately it just doesn't matter because we just were passing through that area. Okay, I'm pretty confident that we've seen what we need to see. Let's go ahead and refuel. We're losing a little bit of gas, but when I get into that city, I just want to get in and get out. What about that trader as well? Don't think we'll get to the trader in time. Unless we prioritize the trader. We should, I think we can get there in 2.5 minutes.
Crap. I need some help here. Can anybody hear me?
Oh, something broke. I think we lost a headlight. The reason I want to prioritize this is because, I don't know, maybe we get lucky and get another independence trader. Hopefully there's not a lot of zombie interference, because that will obviously slow down the transaction. And when that time runs out, Let's run this guy over.
Hi there.
What do you have to sell? Materials, so probably doesn't matter. We don't need materials that bad, so not a big deal. What kind of vehicle is this? A repair van? Let's check the trunk on it. And it's a good thing we also brought that repair kit with us, since the vehicle is breaking down surprisingly quickly. Very good. Get this thing back on its wheels, I guess. Seems like it's just as long to go either way. I don't think it really matters which direction we take, so let's mark this location. That'll be our first waypoint. And let's take this off. I don't confuse myself. Okay, we're going this way. Oh, whoa, whoa, let's not run into those gigantic things. Bumping into it, not a big deal. Full-on collision, bigger deal. Okay, so we are here. Make this our next checkpoint. More gas stations, unless I'm just passing by the exact same ones over and over again. Lake Brimley Park. Where do you think would be the best place to survive in a zombie apocalypse? You'd think that, you know, if you could handle an alpine climate, you'd think that that'd be a pretty good place. Like, wouldn't the zombies, like, freeze? Even if the ice didn't kill them, you'd think it would, like, freeze up their muscles and whatnot. They'd get, like... and they wouldn't be able to move or anything. You'd think that, if you could handle living in the wilderness of an alpine biome, that would be a pretty good idea. Plague Heart. Community. Oh man, lots of plague hearts here. We'll bump that, but fortunately didn't hit it too hard. Let's mark it there. Maybe there'll be a 4th or a 5th plague heart in here. Let's sweep over here. We did reveal the... see, there's the regional hospital. That building is so unique, I'm surprised that it actually isn't one of the bases. Okay, this is the mountain pass that allows us to get out of here. So, unless we missed a building, we should have revealed every one of the plague hearts. And we should know where the remaining ones are. And if that's the case, it'll just be a matter of getting some ordnance and blowing them up. If we could get our hands on a fireworks crafting station and also get someone with knowledge of chemistry, we would be able to destroy those plague arts very efficiently, since then we could just make our own supply of pyro launcher ammo, and with the knowledge of munitions, which is one of the chemistry upgrades, we'd be able to squeeze as much munitions out of our supply stock as possible. It looks like it doesn't honestly matter if I go left or right. Playing that creepy zombie music, but I'm okay, I'm in my car. It's not a big deal. Loading. I think we should have enough fuel to get home. I don't think I'll need to refuel, but let me double check. Yeah, we should be fine. Probably going to head back, look at our supplies, probably destroy those local infestations, because they've been wanting to infest the area that we're actually living in, which is kind of convenient, because that means I don't have to drive out of my way in order to actually deal with them, but... at the same time, it's kind of a pain in the ass to deal with infestations in general. Can't remember how to get up, especially in the dark. You know, people want me to, like, mark it with a vehicle, but it doesn't really bother me that much to take a slight detour. Once again, it's not that big of a deal. Rid of that screamer. So there's the juggernaut that did not despawn. Might need to lure the juggernaut to our base and have our BFGs take it out. Go ahead and refuel. Looks like taking all 3 of the fuel canisters was the correct call. So there's nothing in there but the repair kit, and there's nothing in here. Supplies are looking decent. Could definitely use more fuel, but overall, the supply stockpile is looking pretty good. Have him use that. Put this away. He's injured still, so let's just use Eric, I guess. This guy wants us to kill an infestation, sure. That's what our plan was anyways. Crossbow. Bolts. Did we not put our bolts away? Or did we just use a whole ton of them or something? Let me check Ladislaw again. Okay, good, yeah. I was wondering where my bolts went. Just didn't notice it. Alright, get the bolts. Distraction. Probably need more. Let's get some firecrackers. But let's also activate this before we just needlessly lose some food. Why don't we just activate that? I mean, what's the harm in it? Oh, I didn't want to do that. That was an accident. -2 ammo, not too big of a deal. Stupid mistake, but not too big a deal. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make firecrackers. That's why I was flipping through it all, like I had lost track of what I was trying to accomplish. Firecrackers. Fuel bombs, Molotov. Okay, we're good to go. We got one there and one there. We can go on foot for this one. Only 70 meters away. Even with the juggernaut, I mean, we can outrun them if we need to. Super dark. Can't see a thing, even though it should be really close by. So let's toss in. I guess we didn't bring the flare with us.
Fire in the hole!
Will it bring the juggernaut? The juggernaut despawned. Juggernaut. Yeah, he didn't want to deal with it. Right on target. We did not get the screamer though.
Seems to me like we've damn near
The end of that.
the town of infestations.
I think has 7 lootables. That's a lot. Now we can go back to our house. Just go out and burn out that other infestation. We shouldn't need any fuel for such a short trip. I believe this is where the shortcut is. It's right between those houses. Be right in this area. Oh, there it is. Squish him real quick. Now we can mark our objects close enough to it. Infestation's right here. Let's get out here. One broke a window. What kind of building is this? It's just a house. Yeah, let's just throw it right here.
Down to the last one.
Let's make sure they don't wander in from behind me on accident. I think that's the screamer, so let's burn it while the screamer's there. Very good. Are there any other infestations? Plague arts. There's quite a few of them. So that's 6 of them there, 8, 9, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's all of them. So there's one infestation over here, but who cares about that one? It's not a big deal. We've destroyed the local infestations, which should slow them down. Though they do seem to grow pretty fast, unless all of them are dead. It seems that if you destroy every one of the infestations, then it finally puts them on a bit of a recharge time, but at the same time, it seems if you have even one up, then it's able to, like, reinfect the area or something. Okay, that's the end of that one.
I know it's wrong, but you know what? I sure miss being able to blame the president for all this.
Oh, will I get a comment from N7 Tigger about that one? He and I had a discussion about political ramifications in State of Decay. One of our more pessimistic followers, but I think it's good to have some pessimistic people around, keeps things balanced.
But some help would be...
So I might cut this episode short, even though we're not at an hour, because honestly, there's nothing else I really want to do. And I think what I'm going to do is just kind of wait the night out, and then record immediately in the morning and begin Plague Art Destruction. Let's just take a look at what our available ordinance is, though. We've got 4 hand grenades. I believe 4 is enough to destroy 1 Plague Art. We've got 3 Willy Pete grenades. We've seen in previous episodes that a Willy Pete grenade, 2 of them were capable of destroying a Plague Art. We've got pipe bombs. Normally 6 pipe bombs will destroy a Plague Art, but, you know, sometimes the weird variability of their health can throw things off. We've got 46 rounds of the pyro launcher, which is enough to destroy 1, maybe like 1.5, 1.25 Plague Hearts. We of course have the BFG, which, I mean, I guess we could uninstall that and install the heavy ammo press. And as far as our options for construction goes, we've got 22 units of ammo supply, and we've got 512 parts. I mean, we could have more if we deconstruct some of these extra weapons and whatnot. And then we could also trade with our 2 trade partners. We've got these guys here, and then we've got these guys here. They were selling materials primarily, but we could build... I mean, right now we can't take a look because we've got the ammo press installing, but we could build more... Let's uninstall this as well and put this in, which will allow us to produce bloater cloud bombs, which will use up some of our fuel, but they do quite a bit of damage. I don't want to go too low on fuel. Like, we may go out and get some more fuel, but overall... Wait, I forgot I was supposed to activate these as well. Let's turn this on. So if we have... So we have level 3 garden. If we turn on the boost yields and the composter, that'll bring us up to 9 food. And that puts us on par with what the hydroponics facility is capable of doing. So if you can put a garden in instead of a hydroponics facility, I do recommend that, because that's one less skill that you would need in the community, because the utility skill is otherwise not super powerful. I mean, look at this. We're made a lot of progress, and we haven't even recruited our 4th guy yet. We're still in this basic base. But you know what? It's really not that big of a deal. Yeah, I think I'm going to close this episode out, and off screen I'm just going to kind of wait the night out, and then I think we're just going to go out and try to destroy some Plague Arts. Where the heck do I get up? Okay, here we go. And then we're just gonna focus on destroying the plague arts. Oh. Okay, these guys are both heroes, so we're gonna play as Xavier to get him some standing for defending the base. But I mean, honestly, we're making a lot of progress on this one. There's not that many plague hearts remaining. I think we've got 9, so we've destroyed maybe half of them.
There's a whole damn cemetery at our walls!
Sure there is. It's not a red level siege, so it's really not that big of a deal. Oh, they're thinning out already. We haven't even killed one of them.
Damn it! There's more of them on the way!
Oh no. So there's like, what, 2 of them on the way?
There aren't any more of them, are there?
Oh, we need to get rid of this guy. Fortunate that we did not have to deal with the, what do you call it, screamers. Compost boost yields completed. It's always how we have these episodes.
Busy?
Every single time.
Let's figure out a better way to handle the next one.
But yeah, we got super lucky. Yeah, we were on the ropes for a moment, you know, it's a good thing that... Yeah, look, the night's already lifting, so this is probably the perfect time to quit out. So let's switch off to Ladislaw. Close this episode as night is ending and day is breaking. I guess I could also grind a little bit of Daybreak, because we could buy a few ordinance items to continue blowing up the hearts in order to speed things up a bit. But today, we did the rest of the reconnaissance. You know, we had some run-ins with a few freaks, talked a little bit about my idea of just constantly being on the move in order to confuse the game into, you know, wondering where you should put those freak spawns. Definitely not the most exciting of episodes, but, you know, doing that reconnaissance work, I think that was just something that needed to we just needed to get it out of the way. I'm really happy with how fast we're going in this. This is what, episode 4, and we're just going so fast, and I think a lot of that just has to do with each season coming up with bigger and better ideas, how to efficiently mobilize in the game, just learning all of the ways to destroy plague hearts so that we don't ever feel like we're being slowed down for anything. So overall, things are going really well. I mean, look at this. We're still in the initial house. We still haven't recruited someone. I haven't been prioritizing doing quests, and I also haven't been recruiting from some people. I mean, I guess that's... I mean, I don't want to recruit these guys because they didn't have any useful skills, but we could get to the point where maybe we just recruit them in order to move out to a different base. I'm not quite sure. We can't recruit these guys because the Boon Traders are just really powerful. But... yeah, that's that. Definitely got a lot of stuff done. So that's the end of episode 4. Don't know how fast I'm going to be able to complete this season. I'd like to do it within the 10 episodes, maybe even a bit quicker, but making a lot of progress. Gonna start demolishing some plague arts. You know, we'll see how it goes. Anyways, like this video if it was entertaining. Subscribe for future State of Decay 2 content. Of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.